Hello and welcome. Today we're going to play some Wounded Waters against Prussia 6. Let's set up the game and start the game. So we have 4G. Interesting. 4G is a not the best board for Wounded Waters just because you don't have the because your starting blights start at land 5 and 8, which means you can't reach land 1 with only one range. That is going to affect your rack game plan, which means you play rack on turn 1, solve any back-to-back that is potentially happening in the slope, and you can basically just use this to solve two lands, uh, like two actions with one card play. That is pretty good, but we'll see. Hmm. If Mountain comes up, I think we'll need to play other cards just to improvise, but yeah, it's the Sand Mountain shirt. Okay, this is what I was talking about. So, so what really happening is so here what really happening is I'm going to let land 3 go because it's going to build a city and I can't solve the city at all. And I'm going to let land A go as well, just because of the same reason. I'm planning to solve these two lands. And since I don't have the rack game plan onto this land, and I have to go for a corrupted blood on turn 1 just because I can solve this land, and this land has the highest chance to come up again in the next stage 2 because of coastal, right? If it's mountain, this land is a back-to-back. If it's coastal, this land is another back-to-back. And yeah, so I'm going to play this card, but before that, I need to grab a miner because of G2. Drafting a miner, there's the Quicken. This card actually changes our whole game plan. Hmm, Quicken, eh? Hmm, like the defense 10 text is completely game breaking for us, but the Sacred Side Zero range is actually not that great because what happens is that I need to grow here to actually stop the ravage, stop the build, and that means I can't solve this land on turn 2. Like I want to solve this land on turn 2 because there's a Dahan there and that is a counter attack. But because I drafted this card, because this is a Sacred Side Zero range, I can't interact with this unless I grow here specifically, which is a uh not optimal. I think we'll still take the blight here. Right. I still have to take the blight here. I mean, I could expect to grab some domesticated on the next turn, but before that, I think it's actually we have to solve one of these lands because I can only gather blight from one place. Well, it's fine. It's fine. I'll play Corrupted Blood and I'll grow here as planned. I'm going to destroy this presence just because it's dying anyways. And I play this card to deal 1 damage in my land. And yeah, so event, skip the first one. We build, build, build. And the next export is Wetland. I mean, we played around the back-to-back case, but it doesn't come up, which is kind of fine. I can escalate into our land too, just because we don't really have a way to solve this anyways. I mean, we could, but since there's no Dahan, I mean, I could have some Dahan. That's interesting. I think I still let this land go. I mean, we have a defense 10, so if we want to solve this land, we can solve this land anyways. Yes, I still escalate into this land. All right. So now we have the slow innate. We could do the right innate for 1 clear, kill off that explorer, and we will throw the Dahan to here. I'll let the Dahan just die, and I could gather the town out just to solve this land. Right. So now we do another G2, draft another miner, looking for a animal card, and we did get it. And there's some other interesting cards, like Fire in the Sky, solve this land, like Elusive Ambushes, solves this land as well. This is not a card. Hmm, interesting. Think I still take the card 10 just because I want to go for animal and I want all the on element cards. And the reason that I want to go animal instead of water is that I need the fear generation from this card. It generates 2 fear per turn, and that is very important against Prussia because Prussia is all about accelerating the invader deck. So sometimes you need to worry about dying to time instead of dying to blight. And also, Call is still a blight healing card, so it's not technically not a bad solution here. But grab this card and take 2 blight in these 2 places, and then take another blight next turn. I go blighted before I can heal, but I think it's okay. I'll play draw this turn, and I'll place my presence into here, I guess. Destroy this one and gather the blight into here. I play draw, gather this down into here. And potentially I could defend here next turn. That means we don't go blighted. It's very tempting though. We'll see. Alright, so we do events. Missionaries arrive. Uh, that's actually very interesting. I could forget this card, but this card is actually the perfect element card for our innate. I could forget this card, but I do want to have the auto innate in the slow to solve problems. I guess I'll have to get rid of you. I mean, nice knowing you, but yeah. So we paid for missionaries. We do 2 fear. We added the Z to land with city. Hmm, this is tricky. Adding a disease, like the decision of adding a disease is doesn't really affect our next few turns for now. It only matters if like it only matters if we decide which land we want to solve the first and don't want any extra buildings, which I don't think it matters. So I guess I'll throw it into land 3 so that I could potentially solve this land much more easier and it has the higher chance to come up again from the coastal. So yeah. City stats +3, irrelevant. Each beast destroy one explorer, irrelevant. So we ravage, we build, and we explore into the mountains. All right. Mountains is hmm, we escalate into the beast land. I mean, we know that the first stage 3 is sand mountain, so if we escalate into the sand, it has the lower chance to come up again in the stage 3, which means we have some more time to solve. But also, it's very tempting to throw it into the beast land for some like beast damage, beast push, or stuff like that. Um, so I definitely use the slow innate. I could push this explorer. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 damage. So it's actually safe that I throw this dude into. Actually, I throw it here, play around beast damage, and I can push another Dahan here, so that next turn I can just quicken gear, solve this land. Seems like a plan. All right. So this turn, I definitely play Quicken, and I definitely want to play card 10 just so that we can delay our flipping flight card. And this also threshold our right innate, which is pretty good. I go for the animal marker, and I definitely place my presence here. I lose a presence here, and I could gather a blight into here, maybe. I mean, it's very not likely that we get fucked up here. Like we have 10 defense. What edge case are we expecting? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 8 damage. It needs to do +4 damage to actually fuck this land up. I don't really think it's viable. So yeah, let's do this. We now grab the rolling waters since we have three human markers and two of them are animal. Lock this. And yeah, we do quicken. We defend 10 here. Events in each rank with at least two explorers. Push to adjacent land without explorers, without invaders. Easy push. Push a beast to a land to adjacent land without blight. Without blight is kind of sad. Mm, and I have to push, which means it goes there. On defense, sure. So we do the wetland ravage, rapid destroy back. We do the mountain build, and we explore into the sands, right? And we need to escalate. I think we escalate into Sandful Mountains, but Sandful Mountains are coming up, so I guess we'll have to escalate into the wetland. Hmm. So I definitely do the right innate. Actually, I do the card 10 here, healing off this blight, and I have the right innate. I could do 3 damage and push it to Han. Um, we definitely don't really have a solution for this. Or actually, no, we can place our two presence there and quicken this again. Sure. So this is the time we actually use the right innate to do 2 damage, killing off 2 dudes, which feels like a waste, but I could push another Dahan to here, deal 1 damage over there. Okay. This is how time passes. We go for the 3 card plays. Like most of the time, the 3 energy spot is very tempting, but really you rarely need it at all. Mm, wait, how do we? Did we draft one less card? Like on this spot? I think I drafted one less card, right? I drafted one here, draft on one here, draft one here. I only have 2 drafted cards. I forgot corrupted blood. So yeah, I think I drafted one less card here. It doesn't really matter. We can just draft it now. Yeah, we go minor just because it was very healthy to go for a minor here because you usually have like what do you say it? Um, if you go for minors, you are guaranteed to be able to play that minor this turn, and that is actually going to be very good on you. And the reason because we are guaranteed to hit the right innate, we are guaranteed to play 3 cards that can potentially solve problems, and you can actually reclaim and draft a major instead. And we did get some very interesting cards, like Domesticated is a card, right? It's Thief and Fight. That's pretty good. Also, Gift of Constancy is actually playable now since we have somehow managed to save the 2 perfect elements cards for now so that we can play these two and grab this threshold our right innate and we can play Constancy on ourselves. And that is 2 energy. It's not bad, but it's not amazing. Domesticate is a card, but I don't really think we need to play this for this turn. Mm. I think the answer is still Constancy, which is kind of weird. I mean, Spur is another card to consider because we can play this card as we if we had a Sun, and that is very relevant since we have lost our perfect element card to actually mm, threshold the innate. I mean, I think it's Constancy, giving out the current situation. So I definitely do G3 here. Did we add to 3 energy? I don't think I added. So I do add a presence here, add a destroyed presence here. And I need to destroy a presence. I guess we can destroy it here because we don't really need to defend this in the next turn. I can quicken here. All right. I need to constantly ourselves just for the 2 energy, which is good enough. And I gather the like this. So for the event, here number 1, destroy whenever you destroy, you add, sure. Add a Z to the inland with the most buildings, sure. At least 3 Dahan among lands. Gain 1 energy and reclaim a card. That is insane. As I can reclaim this card, and I don't have to reclaim next turn since we have constancy on ourselves. Interesting. So now we go for event card. Defend 3 null coastals, sure, irrelevant. So we ravage in the mountains, we build in the sand, and we explore into the jungle wetland. Jungle wetland. Alright. So now we have some cards to play. I think we could do interesting, interesting. I think we do the right innate. Actually, left innate. Push to the Han here, dealing 1 damage. Right innate, 1 fear, total 3 damage. Push to the Han to here. Actually, 1 damage to the town. And I do the rack. The 2 fear. Push them into here. And I do the blood waters. Add a disease. Added these. And I think that means I could instead kill all they do, not damage the town. And as the time passes, we can get back this card. And we go for the bottom spot. I still draft a card, hoping for that sun animal, which is not very likely. I think that's the time we can just go for majors, right? Because if we get a very good major, we can just spam it and ignore the fascinate damaging effect. So yeah, let's draft the major. We go G2. Um, these are some whiffs. Mm, sure. I draft this card and I forget that. And I play these 2 cards. I have the animals and I have the fascinate. I grab an animal in the left innate. I don't think I play this card just because this card is just bad. Alright, so I throw into here maybe? Enjoy some of the Dahan events, and I gather the blight into here. Yeah, and I can do the left innate, gather a beast to here. The beast deals 1 damage to the city, perhaps. And each piece is going to push some dudes. I can push you into here and push the Han here. But the Han is going to deal 1 damage to the city, and I do the quicken, casually defending 10 here. Okay, event. Bureaucrats. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just 1 off, sure. 2 fear, purport with 2 or more. Beast, sure. Defense, sure. Skip, explore, remove in the land with Fahan. Sure, save the disease. Although I'm not really sure if saving that disease is actually the play. Because the Han is going to die to the uh, disease event. But anyways, so we do the ravage in a sense. We kill off this city by ravaging. We jungle wetland build. We build another city, which is kind of sad. We explore and we skip the lowest number land matching the invader card. So it's land 1 is skipped, but there's also 1 explorer there. Sad. Alright. So now we have the slow innate. Um, Interesting. Guess we do the slow innate right innate. One fear, beast, two damage, another damage, pushing the Dahan there, killing off it. And I have the blood water. That means we could add a disease, add a beast, killing off that town. And potentially let this land go, but I think it's okay. Time passes, and I think this is the time we reclaim, gain energy, gain another energy by reclaiming, and I think we could go for another major just because we don't really need any miners. We did get Dissolve, which is a fun card. I mean, I think I could just solve this land by Dissolve, interestingly enough. Yeah, let's just grab this card. I can forget other. I'd play Dissolve. I'd play Constancy. I'd play this card. I think this is the auto threshold, right? Yeah, it is. But I also need to solve the Wetland Ravage, which means I need the Quicken. So that I think I need to play this card instead of Constancy. Mm, I mean, we can pay for it. Sure. Not being able to get light, like being able to not get light is very important, I guess. So I do these three cards, and I do the Quicken, casually defend. Oh, hold on. I don't have the sacred set. Hold on. Nope, I guess. As we could do constancy instead, constancy on ourselves. And can I solve this land at all? I don't think so. Hmm. I guess instead, in that case, I could just gather the blight out. And I hmm, push the disease here. Two fear, killing off that dude. And I could push one Dahan there, one Explorer there. Destroy that Explorer by pushing that Dahan. We are gambling for some Dahan defense events or some fear cards to solve this land. I mean, even if we take a flight here, it's not big of a deal. Events. Exploring the land with the fewest total invaders or Dahan, no swords required. That means I could explore here. Add a Zizur land with three or more invaders. Sure. First three down up to three down from land matching a ravage card to land not matching a ravage card. We don't get a defense. We could save the Han though. Um, do we want to? Um, hmm. It's actually gambling. What are the odds? I don't even count. I think we'll do the safer play, I guess. I mean, don't really care going blighted now because the game is already at a very advantageous status. Alright, let's just do this. Push to the Han here, save them. Gather into a land with cities or gather a town into a land with city buildings. We can gather this, stop a build. That's pretty good. Add a strategy for land with at least two invaders. Take damage, sure. Mm, guess we could strike the city and deal damage there. So that's when jungle wetland ravage. These ravages we go blighted, unfortunately. Destroy presence. It's our special rule. Memory fades to dust. Okay. And then we build in the mountain and jungles. Sure. We explore into the jungle and sands. Jungle back to back to back. Interesting. So this is where I do the dissolve. I replace you into two dudes. Replace you into one dude. And explorer and towns deal damage to each other, and I have to push them to different lands. I think this is kind of bad though. Hmm. But I think it's okay, as I could do the right innate, of that, push one here, and I use the desynthesis here. Like if I played another card, if I played a rack, I could push some more buildings. Do I have adjacent buildings? I don't think I have. Never mind. I mean, it's sad, but it's kind of manageable, I guess. And the strike just goes off. All right. 10 passes. We do the constancy. We grab. I think we grab this, and we do G2 again, dropping another major. There we go. This is our dream. This is every Wounded Water's dream. Watch this. I could go for the top track, getting energy. I need to place presence in the jungle. Sure, I could gather the blight into here and then play this card and play this. I need to play another fire card, even if it doesn't make any sense. Sure, I can play this. That maxes out our left and eight. And we also have jungle like Tiger's Hunting. We do the quicken. We don't have any use for the damage for the defense. We just do the damage here. We do the Tiger Hunting. We do two fear uh, into this land. Add a beast. Gather up to two beasts. Sure. Gather. So that's a total of 3 damage over there. And I could push up to two beasts. I could push. That's 2 damage by pushing, and that's 3 damage by adding or like pushing beasts. And I have the Rectinate. I could gather beasts, two fear. The is going to deal damage to the town, and these two dudes deal damage to each other, killing off each other, and we just win with that. Right. So this is a very fun Wounded Waters game. Like we are very hard carried by the Bricken so that we don't get early blighted. But usually even if we like go early blighted, it doesn't really matter because we are a very resilient spirit. We are able to stop Blight Cascade very well just because we can get a blight. It's simple as that. And also against Prussia, you have the rack play, which is kind of sad because we are not able to show the rack play because for G and land one showing up first, we need to stop that potential back to back by opening up with Corrupted Blood. But usually you can just start with rack and solve a potential back-to-back and you're going to be a very good position. Also, we got Todd Carter 10 and Gift of Constancy to remove flies and get some resources on ourselves, which are very interesting and very good. Yeah, that's the game of Wonder Waters, and I hope you enjoy this game. We'll see you guys next time.